हेलो हेलो समीर ब्रो के छ हालखबर? किन बाफ्रे? उयो साइन गर्नु पर्यो के? मेरो आवाज त आछ नि है? के छ गाइज? नयाँ आएछ नि त। स्टार्ट हान्दिउँ त? एक दुई गेम हानिदिनु पर्ला जस्तो पहिला अनि हेलो हेलो गेडासु के छ हालको सन्चै छौ एक गेम हानिदिन्छु अनि त्यसपछि प्याक ओपनिङ गर्छु है
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
केटाहरु त सब पुगिसक्यो होला हैन त
So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, the inclusion of this fella, Mickey van de Ven, is probably an indication that the boss wants to play out from the back. I mean, we all talk about how brilliant his recovery pace is when it comes to defending, but he's actually quite tasty on the ball too, particularly with his long...
It's Basho! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
And they've got rid. That has been cut short. Nicely weighted ball. And the shot! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Liverpool are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Tries to play it. Shot, surely! And now they can clear their lines. Quarter of an hour played. And that's another throw. Liverpool are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Oh, good take in a good area.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Šeško really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And we're not going to make any further progress now. Yeah, out to the right. Albert Ferrer promptly onto that, and that is that.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Great chance! Oh, super goal! A finish right from the top draw. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter.
Trabzon'a
They upped the
strateji działa.
quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Liverpool grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to...
Šeško! That was probably asking just too much. Forlan. Now it's De Bruyne. Dink through. Pass somewhat off target. Now Eder Militao. Passing nice and neat. And he's made sure that's not getting through. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Mirasol clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was all...
And there is the half-time whistle. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Now it's Forlan. And this is the big chance! Well, now it's and it's come back out to him. Oh, that is rather wayward. And it's Neymar. And this is Forlan. He's got away. Can he finish? What a wonderful goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So we have a breakthrough. It's Basho! No, that's been intercepted. Van de Beek.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he has shown him a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area.
well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Yeah. Pirlo. Passing is crisp and sharp.
कहाँ देखो यार?
Triol. Ambrosini. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And this is Neymar. And he's straight offside.
Mirasol clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
अब्बे क्यों हो गया?
Substitution for Mirasol. Number 8. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 21, El Youth. Coming on the field, number 13,
What a throw in.
Conte. Number 16, Rodri. Number 14,
It's a poor throw that, picked off with
Tonali.
relative ease.
Substitution in progress.
He's in plenty of space here. No way through. Is there any support? He might not need it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's a cute ball. Chance! And that is wildly off target. Albert Ferrer. Gone behind for a goal kick.
There will be 3 minutes
And
added
he was
time.
quick to react. Now it's Roberto Baggio.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's that. Liverpool perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more.
जेडा सुर करे क्या होइन यसपछि स्टार्ट गर्दिन्छु म अनि समीर ब्रो एक्जाम कस्तो भयो त
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography,
Hello,
the
everybody,
camaraderie.
and welcome
The
to
fans have
today's
pulled out
match.
all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
The presence of Franco Baresi in this lineup suggests to me, Peter, that they'll be playing quite a high line.
What makes you think that?
Well, because he's got all the qualities required to excel in such a system. Because of his reading of the game, his vision, his technique, everything you need to spring a successful offside trap.
Now it's Roberto Baggio. Šeško! Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Lee Kang-in.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
He's got tall. They've scored!
Well,
No.
they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
I doubt very much that this was in the... And Batistuta! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Mallorca with the corner. They're first. Rijkaard with the short one. Azar! Oh, so close to what
still
would have
running
been
there,
a
I think, yeah.
memorable goal.
Hazard can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. And here's Messi. Lee Kang-in. Messi is having a shot! It's loose now. That's another chance! Works it forward. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Pedro Neto. Aimed beyond the defence. Could try cutting inside here. He's got away. Well, that has not gone well. He's on it. Can he get away? And the finish!
Last side.
Oh, how good is he? About as smooth as it gets. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative.
Oh, they could be caught out here.
Wait.
And he's managed to get free. And he's there to get it away. Baresi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. No luck with that dink over the top. Tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. He's picked his... He gets big! Denied by an instinctive save.
Šeško actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Mallorca are looking to go forward now. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Cafu, Lee Kang-in. And he's well positioned here, and he's... Can he finish?
2 added minutes
Yeah.
has been indicated.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And that is a little undercooked. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
And it's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. He has found the way through. It's their second corner of the game. Rijkaard plays it short. And it's Messi. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Mallorca are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, and certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Hazard. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Messi. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Messi. Batistuta shapes to shoot! It's in! Into the lead once more!
मामाजीले सिगोजी होला
High
नि
quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Mallorca go into the lead.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
And here's Neto.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
He can get that clear. Throw in.
तपाईको भान्जा ल
Substitution on the field. Number 25, Baggio. Number 9,
It's made its way to him.
Sheshko.
It's
On the
Pirlo!
field. Number 13,
And the lead stays intact, just.
Number
Pirlo
22,
was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him.
Substitution in
What a
progress.
stop!
Cleared away. Well, that is one way to stop him. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Batistuta.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Decent progress down the left. Lovely pass, but can he get there? This might spell danger. Elise.
Back opening छैन
Added time going up here. It's 3
1600
minutes.
बनाउँ भनेको यहाँ 1600
Marmoush.
बाट घटेर
Nicely weighted ball. Now that's well seen too. And that's that. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Blue hat kindly make his way to the
So
information
just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom, and to wish you...
ब्याक ओपनिङ अहिले हान्दैन त छैन ब्याक ओपनिङ हानेर हानिदिन्छु नि त ए सही हो नि त ल हान्दै है त मैले ल आज अट्याक ट्रिगर रे ब्रुनो पायो भने स्टप हुन्छु म डियोङ छ मसँग समीर ब्रो गायब हुनुभयो क्या ल ब्रुनो पाउने बित्तिकै स्टप हो है म फेरि मसँग छ अरू कार्ड मेरा अब साना अहिले ठुलो आयो होला है अहिले चाहिँ ठुलो आयो होला होइन अलिक भद्दा छ कि साउन्ड अनि अलिकति टाढा राखेर बोलेको अहिले त ठुलो आयो होला ल जय शम्भु है त हानिदिउँ होइन मैले अलि माइक टाढा राख्छु कि केही छुने बित्तिकै आवाज आउँछ नि त्यही भएर बल्ल ठिक छ भोइस हो र मेरो आवाज सुनेर नारायण गोपाल मरेको अनि ठिक त हुनै पर्यो रे के कुरो जिस्क्या ल समीर ब्रो भनेको बल्ल बोल्नुभयो ल हान्दै है त मैले लेट्स गो सुरुमै ब्रुनो परेर अरे क्या नजिक राख्नु न तपाईँले के भनेको केही बुझ्दैन अनि हुन्छ ल गाइस हान्ने 900 लेट्स गो पर्यो ब्रुनो प्लिज ब्रुनो प्लिज मसँग ब्रुनो छैन ब्रुनो फर्नान्डेस लेट्स गो ल भने हैन त अरे के हो मेरो किबोर्ड आदि टाइप हुन्छ के हुन्न परे सर तपाईँ आएर आवाज अझै ठुलो बनाउने हाइट पक्नु है त अब ठिक छ होला ब्ल्याक भने एउटा हाइलाइटले डुबायो ल ठिक छ मसँग डियोङ छ के खत्रै खाली छ यो चाहिँ कुन हो यो अफेन्स क्रिएटर रहेछ अझै सानो छ माई गॉड मेरो आवाजै त्यस्तो भएर होला कि हेर्नु न ब्रुनो फर्नान्डेसको एकचोटि बिग टाइम निस्केको थियो होइन मैले त्यो कार्ड हानिनँ अनि मैले यो कार्ड चलाइरहेको थिएँ अनि त्यसपछि यो कार्ड चलाइरहेको थिएँ होइन त्यो पनि खेलाएको थिएन के भन्नु अब अहिले यो पर्यो साँच्ची ट्रान्सफर आयो भने हानिदिन्छु लोनहरू तपाईँलाई त हानिदिन्छु अटो एलोकेट गरौँ न अहिले अटो एक गेम यो राखेर खेल्छु ल अनि म तपाईँको एकाउन्टमा हानिदिन्छु ऱ्याङ्क कसलाई निकाल्ने त सब खेल्ने मात्रै मलाई रुमी ट्रान्सफर हानिदिनु न एलेक्सन निकाल्नु त यो लास्ट गेम खेल्छु त के गर्न आँटेको बिर्सेँ यार मैले डियोङ कहाँ छ यार यहाँ छ डियोङ ल डिनोलाई नत्र पाल्मर के भन्नुभयो यो त लास्टै आधी आधी टाइप भयो त यो त मेसीलाई रोनाल्डो भने जस्तो डोलाई सी चाहियो भने भन् कस्तो खेल्दो रहेछ हेरौँ त्यसपछि म तपाईँको एकाउन्ट हानिदिन्छु अनि तपाईँले के लेख्नु भएको छ हेर्नु त त्यहाँ डिनोलाई नत्र पाल्मर अब यो के जो पनि 4-3-1-2 किन खेल्छ हो Monday के आउँछ
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
ढिँडो लेखा कि दिनो लेखा
So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Bruno Fernandes is the modern-day Portuguese maestro. I really like him for his character as well, something that's not picked up on very much. I see him as a player who always goes about his business with conviction and authority, and a proper leader.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way.
मैले अस्ति भनेको थिएँ नि के रे
That is pretty much the end of that.
डियोङ आउन सक्छ है भनेको थिएँ नभन्दा म त मैले स्ट्रिममा भनेको छैन हैन
Vieira gets across to intercept that.
मेरो एउटै लाइनमा
That's the
गेम
end of
हुन्छ
that.
नि,
It
त्यही
all
भएर चाहिँ।
started well enough. He's gone for goal! That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a
मेसीको
really
बिहे
good
भएछ अरे
break. No shortage of pace
हो र?
nor intensity.
ल निन्तै आएन त
Exactly
त्यसो
what's
भए
required when
तनाव हुने
on the
भयो
counter-attack.
मेसीको त बिहे भइसक्यो नि म पनि त्यही गर्ने हो पहिला छोरछोरी
Liverpool are
जन्माउने
seeing
अनि
more
बिहे
of the
गर्ने
ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Xavi Alonso, Raul,
सर के गर्ने हो
aims beyond the defence. Alexander-Arnold. Cannavaro
ब्रुनो
cuts
फर्नान्डेस त
out the
बलै लिँदैन
pass.
नि त
And it's Xavi Alonso. And this is chance!
ल
Goal! Another moment of magic,
आज
a
त हार्ने
real
लागेको छ
wow
क्या।
moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
सर बिदा
Oh,
भयो
he's managed to get
बिदा
himself
हो
offside.
त्यही भएर हो
Xavi Alonso. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes is onto this. Raul, who's set up one goal so far. Looking for options for movement. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
मेरो डिभिजन शुभमले खेल्दैछ सर सेप रेन्ज हुन्छ ओ खतरा
Oh,
है
it's Raul.
नाइस नाइस
Well, that looks a decent ball.
यस्तो
Oh, it's a
मान्छे
nice
चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ
idea, but the execution was lacking. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That has been cut short. And it's Xavi
There will
Alonso.
be 1 minute added time.
De Jong is the distributor. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to
सुरुमा
build
के
on after the
ई
break.
फुटबल आउँदाखेरि
It's a
पेसबाट ई
dressing
फुटबल
room that
आउँदाखेरि डिभिजन
needs
आएको थियो नि
rousing at half-time because in truth they've
अनि
not really
हाम्रो
been at it so
डिस्कर्डको
far.
सबजना
If the
डिभिजन
pep talk works, we may
म
see a
एउटा थिएन
very
होला हौ
different side
म
second
दिनमा
half. We need to.
8 चोटि
So we're
खेल्थेँ
just
होला
settling
हौ
back into this second half.
अनि मेरो नि
Well, I think in these circumstances
जीवन
it's
गोले
all
आशिष
about
गोले
how
म
to
पुरै
adjust the
दिन्छु
balance of
भन्नुभएको
your
थियो,
team.
मलाई
I
आशिष
mean,
गोले पुऱ्याइदिनु भयो
you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without
त्यतिखेर त
leaving
जीवन
yourself
गोले त
too open.
लिभरपुलको स्क्वाडले पुऱ्याउनु भयो डिभिजनमा
Yeah. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's a key
यो चाहिँ
interception.
यस्तो हुन्छ कि अनि के हो यो
Mbappe is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
No, that's been intercepted.
बलै लिँदैन त यार यसले त के हो कुदै कुदै मात्रै गर्छ यो त
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks
फेरि
here.
खायो गोल
It's Raul! Alexander-Arnold. Raul gets his head on it! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Mbappe!
अब आयो
Oh,
अब त आयो
that
होला
was
नि
a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
तपाईले बोलेको केही बुझेको छैन सर कसम गेमको साउन्ड ठुलो छ तपाईको भन्दा खै
He might be in here. Now that's well seen too.
हारेल होला
He's a
Sound
sharp
now.
little ball here.
हारिरहेछु नि त
Ambitious ball here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's played in here.
अहिले ठिक्क आछ
On the field, number 6
कि अहिले नि त्यस्तै हो
Liverpool with the corner. They're first.
coming on the field is number 15.
Pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things...
Face to face with the keeper. Shoots! Goal! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, it was a real
यहाँ
beauty,
पुगेपछि चाहिँ
Peter,
हैन
and while
ल
many might have just lashed
खुट्टामा
out
भएको
at
बल
it,
जान्छ त ल
And the shots! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
A case now of complete control. Some resolute defending there. Scholes. Rodri, the man synonymous with solidity. 4 extra minutes added on. Batistuta. De Jong.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
फ्रेन्डली हान्ने हो
Cafu.
र मेरो
There
अर्को
he
साथी
goes,
त आइटम
motoring forward. Chance for a
के
shot!
भन्नु कुनै गेम
He scores! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Coming on to replace him
And he's done it
मेरो
again!
आवाज
He's
त्यस्तो
got
सानो
his
आएको छ भने
second. Added time is
साला यो
up,
कोलरको
and
चक्करमा
there goes
घरजग्गै
the
डुब्ने
whistle.
भयो
Liverpool suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis
भन्दा त
and
सर चाँडो
scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round.
पुग्ने जस्तो छ हौ डिभिजन दबायो रे अखै यो मलाई कोलरको चक्करमा मेरो अघिदेखि गाँड फाटिरह्यो यसको साइड लगाउनु पर्छ एकछिन भएन हैन हैन खेल्ने हो खेल्ने हो अहिले चाहिँ कस्तो आछ आवाज भन्नु त ब्रुनो फर्नान्डेजले बलै छुन पाएन अहिले नि साउन्ड दबाइराख आम्मामा के हो यो को प्लेयर हो यो माथिको हल्का ठुला बनाऊ साउन्ड त त्यस्तै हो रे आया हँसा केटा
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to
टुर्नामेन्ट छ हो के को
This is football at its finest.
जोसमा बोल्नु
Expectations and
अब
decibels
जोसमै
both
बोल्नु पर्ला
rising
जस्तो छ
fast here. Things are
जोसमा
heating up
नबोलिकन भएन
and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard on his day is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
ल
Kimmich
त्यो त अति हो के
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Manchester United with the corner, there first. Abiati claims comfortably. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way.
अब त आयो होला है च्याटमा नभएपछि डिस
Raul.
भन्दैछन् त्यो भयो त
Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Baresi. Nicely shaped ball. Good, good take. Oh, he had to make that, and he
भएन
did
यार
make
अति
it.
भयो त्यो जसले नि पेलिरहेको
Bruno Fernandes. Alexander Arnold. Bruno Fernandes. Threads one in. Eto! Loose ball, and the keeper couldn't
हेर्न
hold it.
जित्यो भने मलाई दारू
That
खर्च
was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He's a sharp little ball here. And that is as far as they're going to go. Quality ball. He can run onto that. Nice interception, well timed. So it is still 0-0. Zola is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And he's heaved it away. Manchester United look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack.
And Zola! That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And this is Eto. Mbappe! He's dealt with that really well. It's a
साउन्ड
foul.
मिलाउनुस्
It could be a penalty. Liverpool gifted a massive chance
ल
to open the scoring.
अब त गुड नाइट भनेर जानु पर्ला जस्तो छेक्दियो मुलाले
Wonder, never any doubt. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Mbappe. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Eto'o. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Knocks it out wide. Roll wins the duel this time. Can he get it through? Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. No, that's been intercepted. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Kilinsoy! It's hit the upright. Alexander-Arnold nicked it back promptly.
गेम को साउन्ड
The first half to a close.
कम गर्नु तपाईको आवाज हल्का बढाउनु अब यो भन्दा त बढ्दैन
And it's all still very much up for grabs.
What a terrific 45 minutes, all triggered by a helter-skelter tempo that has, you know, been very open, end-to-end, ding-dong stuff, with so much to enjoy. It's a cracking watch.
सर झ्याप भइसक्यो जस्तो छ
Liverpool, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
Substitution in progress.
Here we go again then.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And the pass is intercepted.
पेलेको हो खै
And here's Eto'o. Mateus. That's an imaginative
ओइ
pass.
के हो यो त
Neatly clipped into space.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for the run. He could be in here. He's having a go. World class from Zola. Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order.
अब साउन्ड हैन अब गेमतिर चाहिँ पेल्नु पर्यो के
And they are cruising. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Liverpool are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Bojan. He's got away. A lot of space ahead of him. Bojan! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Now that's well seen too. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's picked it up out wide. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No, it's come to nothing.
कहाँ जम्मा
Well, I'm
दुर्गो
not
ओइ
quite sure.
Could be danger here.
होलिज गोल देखिहाल्यो
Chance for a shot! Oh, it's
Sorry.
there! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
सरले
Yeah,
ओल्डिज
it's
गोल भनेको
mystifying
कहाँ
that a
एक गेम
player of
जित्ने
his
बित्तिकै
talent
ओल्डिज गोल
wasn't
भने
picked up
दुई
sooner,
गेम हारे
and he picked them off instead.
This is threatening to
ल
become
अब
a
यस्तै हुन्छ
really
कि के हो
good
के
game.
सेकेन्ड हाफमा
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
ले भाइ 2 गोल पेल्दिनु पर्छ
Substitution on the field. Number 6.
ट्रिपल बुस्टर हुन्छ यार
Bruno
अपोनेन्ट
Fernandes.
प्लेयर
Coming on to replace him is number
अब
15.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
Substitutions taking place.
Manchester United really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Manchester United can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Decent chance!
नभ्याएको यार
Goal! Dying minutes, and we're all square again.
Manchester United.
भन्दै
That's
थिएँ।
really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Substitution.
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve.
There's the shot!
ल बाहिर हान्दै त सोधेको
Ambitious, but just off target.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
मैले भन्दै थिएँ
5 minutes to add. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Kilitshoy. And he's worked it through. Solar. Real chance!
जा
Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it!
अब
One sweeping move, execute. So that's it. It is all over. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into
त्यही भने
quite a
सर यार बाहिर हान्छ के भन्नु खेल्नै आउँदैन कि भर्खर सिकिरहेको कि त्यही भएर अनि के गर्दै हो गाइज मन्डे के आउँछ आम्मामा सबले हानिसकेको रहेछ यो फ्री प्लेयर सरले कुन हान्नु भएको
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is
Friendly
football
animal,
at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
सर फ्रेन्डली हान्ने भन्नु भएन
And that gets things running. Claude Makelele, a player whose name entered the very language of the game, Jim.
Yeah, but his arrival in English football, Peter, I felt was key in taking the title from the previous season's Invincibles. And his first goal in English football was scored on what was the homecoming of the new champions.
Yeah, stoppage time penalty. He missed it actually, but he did score on the rebound.
Yeah, that's right. Not glamorous, nor spectacular, but no less crucial. It pretty much describes him as a player. That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Bruno Fernandes. And this is Zola. And he's lost. And Zola!
छ्या
Oh, that was close. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's well positioned here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Tries to pass it through. Takes a shot!
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And we have our very first corner. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence.
Oi.
And here's Zola. And Zola!
Oi.
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
खतरा लाग्छ क्या
And that's what you call
किन
inspired
हो मिस
goalkeeping.
मात्र हानेको
Zola
छ
really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
खै
It's their
के
second
खेल्न
corner of the
नआएर हो
game.
क्या सर यो
Messi tries to clear. Barcelona are looking to go forward
Low.
now. Madueke was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
मडुके ओइ
And he's managed to get
अबे
free. No way through,
Are
so
babu?
back it comes. He won't be happy with that one. Now, can they get him away? Nicely weighted ball. And that could set him on his way. Plenty to aim at here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And they're not going to make any further progress now.
आउँदैन
Good
नि
read.
सर
That was well
सिकिरहेको
played, well stopped.
के हो
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary
Oi.
lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good
He's having
One
a
hand.
shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Number 20.
There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he's had it nicked away. De Jong. Chance here to counter. Oh, perfectly measured that. Pedri. And it's Inzaghi. Zola. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Chiellini. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Out to the left it goes.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter.
Inzaghi!
यस्तो नि हुन्छ यार
Goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's got away. Oh, cracking ball.
जस्तो पास पनि पाइरहे इन्जागीले
And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. He'd have done well to reach that.
FBरे
Substitution on the field. Number 6, Bruno Fernandes.
Marquinhos.
Coming on to
Oh,
replace
can he
him
get onto
is
this?
Number 15, Messi.
Liverpool perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Lee Kang-in conjures time and space where few can. Now that looks a decent ball. And the shot! And he hits the net! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
त्यही भएन अनि दारु खाएर सिद्धेछ सर
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Mbappe. Number 19.
We have got changes here
Eto.
from both sides, in
Coming
fact.
on the field,
So a double
number
change here,
20,
and
Bale.
both changes are
Number
offensive.
25,
It's a bold move. The
Baggio.
manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And the finish!
नयाँ सेवा कता
We
गयो
thought it was over.
नयाँ एम्बापे
It's
कता
all
गयो
square once more.
After 86
Yeah, a fantastic
minutes,
run and a fantastic
Number
pass to
20,
play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Gareth Bale.
And very quickly, the substitute made. And a chance!
ओइ ओइ ओइ
Substitution on the field.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Frenkie de Jong. Coming on the field is
Shifted
number
it to the
3,
flank.
Pirlo.
He has found a way through.
Nice, nice, nice.
Minutes has been indicated.
Oh, good take in a good area. And he's had a shot. An attempt which,
Barbara.
in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. Driving forward. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. And that is that. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here.
Hello,
Perhaps
everybody,
one
and
team
please
might be
join me
happier,
in
but
wishing a
at the
happy
final
wedding
reckoning, it's
anniversary
honours
for
even.
one of
And
our
यो बरेसीलाई हटाइदिनु पर्यो यार नो डबल बुस्टर रे डबल बुस्टरै हाले हैन त्यत्रो प्लेयर छ नेमार साइन हानेन छ रे को हो यो नेमार साइन हानेन छ खै नेमार नाइन के रे नेमार साइन नहाने मान्छे सब त्यो के रे के भन्छ रे एसिस्टेड खेल्नेहरू हो क्या कुरो ओ यो त हुँदैन यार यो नो डबल बुस्टर डिस्ट्रोयर हाउ बुस्टर दिएर कसलाई होइन तपाईँले भन्न खोजेको के हो नेपाली नै प्रश्न बोल्नु हुँदैन यार डिस्ट्रोयर हाउ बुस्टर दिएर के हो
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
तपाईको नेपाली मैले बुझ्नै सकिनँ यार
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Bruno Fernandes was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bruno Fernandes going face to face
एउटा
with
ब्रुनो
his great
फर्नान्डेसले
rival.
पड्काउँ भनेको कसैले नि दिने भनेर
Athletic
पड्काउने
pass. That looks a good ball through. Oh no, what has happened here? He won't be happy with that one. Can
Low.
finish?
के हो यो
Goal! Botafogo!
ल हेर मैं क्लियर गरेको बल थियो
And Botafogo are in front.
क्लियर
Sharp, simple,
build up plus
satisfying.
destroy.
He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Number 9.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Threads one in, and he's worked it through. And this is Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That is good alertness.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Bruno Fernandes off the
धेरै
post.
अफेन्स क्रिएटर भयो त म्याचले
And he's heaved it away. And it's Bruno Fernandes. He's going for goal. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. And he cuts out the supply. Cannavaro. Now it's Pele. Good ball over the top. This might... Oh, shooting chance! That was probably asking just too
मार्केटमा आएको
much.
बटिस्टुराले त के हो र्याक्ती बनाउँछ त
Botafogo with the corner. They're first.
यो पनि लिकाङ्गिन रहेछ
And now they can spring out of defence. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's definitely not his best. Lee Kang in. Pele providing an outlet on that flank. seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Zola.
The message is clear, none shall
There will be
pass.
1 minute added time.
And here's Zola. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
यस्तो पाराले खेल्न सकिदैन
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he's there to get it away. Oh, good ball!
Lovely bit of skill.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Mbappe.
Botafogo
Can breathe again.
कस्तो उडाएको
Just.
यार जाँठाले
Simply brilliant defending. They were
यिनीहरूको काम
outnumbered,
चाहिँ
but he still came out on
एक
top.
गोल हान्ने अनि त्यसपछि अनि उडै गर्ने क्या
That's really well manoeuvred.
कस्तो ढिला
Botafogo.
Looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending.
And Shevchenko!
And it's come back out to him.
He's scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the
फेरि
boss just
उडाएर
a
फेरि
little
लिङ्क
happy
अप
now.
भन्ला केटाहरूले फेरि
And he's only
Just
too
hold on,
grateful
link up
to
on him.
capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
लिङ्क अपको नाममा
That
स्क्याम
has
हान्दा
certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got
यो
two
ब्रुनो
strong
फर्नान्डेस
teams
कहाँ
of
गयो
very
के
equal standing. The outcome should
Oi,
all
oi.
come down to...
त्यसको बाद
And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Shevchenko is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. He's got away.
Zola! They've done it! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
अब म पनि हेर्ने उडाइ गरिदिन्छु
Truly
सुटै मलाई
super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it?
ले
And the shot! No mistake! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
फेरि पारा देखेँ
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Can he get it through? A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Goes for the shot! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
खास हो नि त्यो कोलरलाई पास दिनुपर्ने है टाढाबाट हान्ने बानीले नि अलिकति दुःख पाइन्छ
Back on the ball
अब
again.
उडायो फेरि उल
Vicious ball here.
ओए यो के हो यो
Well measured.
उडाएर मार्ने भयो
Oh, it's hit the post. Messi, very much a man of this moment.
Sola.
Oh, super find. Can he finish?
ल
And he has kept
त्यही
it
भएर
out.
यो एमबापे नराखेको हो क्या
Yeah,
मैले
he was well placed to deal with
प्लिज
that.
भन्ने मात्रै हो
Substitution.
Oh, this is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
कलर
Oh,
Low.
that's wonderful alertness. Well, it's Batistuta. And the referee
आज
brings
त
it
ड्र
to a
नै
close.
ड्र हार्ने
So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in.
डिभिजन पुगेला नपुगेला तर नेमार चाहिँ आउँछ मैले फेरि खेलेपछि एउटै लेनबाट खेल्छु क्या एउटै साइडबाट त्यही भएर चाहिँ यसलाई त मैले ओइ 5 इन द ब्याक रे नि त ओहो गुरुदेव नमस्ते है नमस्ते गुरुदेवको मेसेज आयो सन्चै छु सन्चै हुनुहुन्छ
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Bruno Fernandes
The game
पऱ्यो
yet
नि
to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
अनि स्टप हान्दिएको के
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The
के
tone
छ
for this
दोस्त
game
कता
is
बिजी
well
भए
and truly set. So off we go then.
When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's everything you want.
Looking for the run. The ball's gone as... Oh, what a Shevchenko!
हान्नु भयो प्याक हानेको ब्रुनो फर्नान्डेज चाहिरहेको थियो नि त अरू छ नि त मसँग
Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent.
अनि
This
पर्यो
could
अनि
be
स्टप
good.
हान्दै क्या
Very good.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So the game's first
म
significant
सबको
moment,
दोस्त हो
and
रे
it's come earlier than perhaps we
केपी हो
anticipated.
दोस्त त समीर हो रे विदेशी दलाल भनिदिनु न अझै
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Aims beyond the defence. That's the keeper's ball. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Perez. Oh, easy pickings there. Tries to play it through. And here's Torres. Perez.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's worked it through. And this is just the goalkeeper to beat. Decent chance!
म सबको दोस्त हो रे कान दुखेर मेडिकल गएर आएको मेडिसिन दिएको छ अरे के भयो हजुरलाई
Well, was he
कानमा
ever
के
going to
भयो
miss
र
that? Of course he wasn't.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Tonali. Now it's Torres. Borussia Dortmund looking to pass their way through. And he can clear it away. Borussia Dortmund have it back and can go again. Vieira producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now it's Torres. Perez. Oh, he's been caught. Great chance!
ओए
They've done it! Back to within one. Interesting. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Borussia Dortmund get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems...
And the
ओए
finish!
ब्रुनो फर्नान्डेज
A real chance
आहा
and a
समीरको
real
त्यत्रो
let-off.
5 के कोइन्स बाँकी
Spirited
छ
to
त
say the
अरे
least.
के
Certainly
बोल्या
gave this crowd
त्यसै
something
5
to
के
really
भन्दिनँ
cheer about.
हो र समीर बोले त मलाई छैन भन्दै थियो त अस्ति त
That's good
ए
pressing, squeezing the play. Knocks it into space.
यो खड्का त लास्ट बाटो रहेछ नि यार
Now it's Batistuta. Out towards the flank. Fernandes. He rises!
ल हेर्नु न कस्तो गोल खान्छ यार यस्तो नि हुन्छ
Pulled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They
भरानी
upped
त
the quality as
चाहिएको
needed,
थियो
and once they got
पेपे र
going,
भरानीको
they were
कम्बो
awfully
कस्तो
hard
होला
to
अरे
stop.
बवाल हुन्छ होला भरानी आउँछ नि भरान भरान
Number 13, Gabriel
This has
Batistuta.
become one superb game of football.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
There will be 3
Pass is
minutes
intercepted.
time.
Now it's Torres. He's through here. And it's Batistuta. Can he finish?
लो
It's there! And that really is so
मेरो
so
एकाउन्ट
impressive.
हेर्नु न त
Well,
लगइन
from the
गरेर
moment he
विश्वास
got
गर्नु
involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic,
आज त नखेलै भने हो क्या हो
it was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
रूपक ब्रोले देखलान् रे मेसेज किन नि कमब्याक अलि गाह्रै छ
Here we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances,
होइन
it's
के
all
हुन्छ
about
यो
how
गेम
to
त खै
adjust the balance of your
गोल
team.
हानिरहेको हुन्छ अनि
You
एकैचोटि
want to get back in it
सुपरम्यान
as
जस्तो
soon
हुन्छ
as
नि
possible, but without
Opponent,
leaving
उल्लो।
yourself too open.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from it.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Batistuta. Oh, important interception. Oh, a delicate chip through. Vieira calmly anticipates. Oh, that's well spotted. Now, can they get him away? And this is Zola. He is through. Oh, shooting chance!
ठुक्क यो लाइभमा लगइन गर्दा
Albeit
हुन्छ लु
perhaps momentary. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
I think the manager's reactions here sum it up perfectly. He fully expected that to go in.
He gets big. Defending of the desperate variety. And he's quick to get it clear again. That's a sharp pass. Done delicately, and he was quick to react. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Perez. It's come to nothing. Yeah. Threads one in. That is good alertness. And that is a little undercooked. Bruno Fernandes looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away. Sola!
Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Driving forward. He's got away. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Oh, that's a key interception. Great vision. Has a shot!
जस्तो नि रोकिदिन्छ अरे त
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Searching pass he's played there. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Time is running out here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Pepe kept his eye on it, and he's there.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish.
गलत एम्बापे हाल्ने
No
क्या
half
मैले
measures from here.
He's a sharp little ball here. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A game that is a tale of
पात
one that
दिएछ
got away.
बार्काको दुईटा रे
Position of great promise,
किन को हो र
they
दुईटा चाहिँ
established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
थम्बनेलको कहानी तपाईँलाई म पछि सुनाउँछु ल डिस्कर्डमा हारियो दाइ हारियो हारियो होइन अघिदेखि खै के भयो मलाई बाहुनको हो कि सेरेको आँखा लाग्यो जस्तो छ खसीमा जस्तो अल गुड ब्रदर अब त मेरो नि एकाउन्ट शुभम भाइले मात्रै पुस हान्दियो भने मात्रै हो क्या म हाल्छु म टुर्नामेन्ट हाल्छु 500 पुगेपछि हाल्छु 200 500 पुगेपछि मनी हारियो कस्तो हारियो होइन के भने केटाहरूले आधी आधी नेपाली बोलेर म पुरै कन्फ्युजै छु के अघि पनि समीर रोवरले डिनोलाई डोरे के हो होइन तिमीले हारेको हो कि के हो प्रोले यसरी भने ए अघि भनेको थिएँ होइन टुर्नामेन्ट जोइन भएको थिएँ के हार्यौ गफ दियो भाइले गफ दियो जितेर आयो होला अनि असम्भव तिमीले हार्यौ भने त असम्भवै हो प्याक ओपन हान्नु पर्यो फेरि हान्दिने रिसेट गरेर ल हेलो दिप्याङ F1 के हो यो फ्लाई हो कि UF1Y हो प्याक ओपनिङ हानिसके ब्रुनो फर्नान्डेज चाहिरहेको थियो सबै थियो मसँग अनि ब्रुनो नै दियो के 900 मा
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
गरे नि हौ आफ्नै मान्छेले हराए रे को लौ आफ्नै मान्छेसँग
Well, we're on the way. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And the finish! They've scored! How
तोरा
very
राजा
smart. He
दिलवाले
just
टुट
got
गई
it right.
Well, from a defensive
समीर वो नाङ्गै
perspective,
नाच्छन्
Peter,
रे
that's
आज
a
हो
really
र
poor one to give away.
लाइभ है
Yes, the
लाइभ
movement was very good, but the defense made it way too easy.
I doubt
नटी
very much
अमेरिकाको
that
एउटा
this was in
एकाउन्ट
the
नि खोलिदिउँ कि
script.
क्या समीर रोगोलाई
Ambitious ball here. Now it's Mbappe. That has been slung wide. Pepe kept aware, and it is reclaimed.
तिम्रो
easily.
सानो होला रे मुनि
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Bruno Fernandes. Always onto this. Alexander-Arnold has it out wide and in space.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Here's a chance!
ए ब्रुनो फर्नान्डेस
Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Nothing wrong with the idea.
तिम्रो सानो
Inches
होला रे
away.
हो सानै होला आलोक तिमल सिन्हा दोस्तले हराएको समीर ब्रोको त लाइभ जान्छ आज लाइभ खड्का दोस्त रिसाए जस्तो छ च्याटै आउँदैन त लौन्डा डान्स हो क्या लौन्डा डान्स
Liverpool are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Now, can they get him away? Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Referee's given a throw. Now it's Mbappe. And that is as far as they're going to go. That is good alertness. That's a cute ball. And it's made its way to him. He's having a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. And he's lost his man here.
गायब भयो त समीर ब्रो केटा हो फोन गरा है
Possibly the last play of the half. And it's been taken short. And this is NEYMAR. Mbappe. And the first half is done.
खड़क सिंह के खड़कान
No shortage of industry or
Knees.
intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the
खड़क
only things lacking.
तिहाई
And a quick I like the fact that
खिड़किया
there was
वाला
a
होगी
genuine
क्या
flow to this game as
क्यों
well
यार
as
ये?
intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Liverpool have played well here and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And we're off again. Liverpool carrying a one-goal lead. Bruno Fernandes puts it... Bruno Fernandes! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Zola. That's very neat. Chance for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught napping! He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Olise in acres of space out wide. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Zola. Barcelona can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Bruno Fernandes, he's tried one! Good hit,
movie को
kept the
dialogue हो
keeper
रहा है
honest. And here's Zola.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no
Wait,
chance
wait.
to get
Wait.
on the turn.
De Jong. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Zola. Shot could... Can he finish?
एउटा ब्रुनो फर्नान्डेजले पड्काउँ भनेको ब्रुनो फर्नान्डेज यता उता उता कता कता गरेर बस्नु ऐसा खतरा खेल्ने का राज क्या है केटाहरूले बिल्लै हान्छ यार सबैले ठिकै छ ल छातीमा हान्न छातीमा
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want
Low.
another one,
Tell a
and
long
will
word about
seemingly
it.
keep going until they get it.
And that is expertly dealt with. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Mbappe. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Now it's NEYMAR. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. That has ended up in no man's land.
Substitution.
ब्रुनोको अट्याक ट्रिगर अनि अर्कोको कुन हो
Could be danger here.
एउटाको अट्याक ट्रिगर हो अर्कोको चाहिँ ट्रिगर अट्याक हो सबैको एउटै होला नि
Just
थाहा
5
छैन यार
minutes left. Xavi Alonso. Hakimi. Knocks it into space. Back when it goes.
Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Oh, that's fabulous. Up he goes!
हातमा हैन
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there. And that's that.
बल्ल बल्ल एस्ट्रोलोजिकल रे नि
Liverpool
त
have done it. Their
यो के
solitary strike
त्यसको ग्रह
ultimately
दशा
proving
राम्रो भएको
just
टाइममा
enough.
आएको हो क्या
A
खेल्नु
terrific win, however you look at it. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into.
हजारमै पर्या हो नि त त्यही भएर अनि स्टप भएको के ब्रुनो डियोङ छ नि त मसँग पहिलाको के त हानेको थिएँ नि मैले त्यही भएर नहानेको ब्रो अनि खाना खानुभयो जीवन ब्रो फेरि त्यही पर्यो कि क्या हो मैले छैन खाजा खाएर बसिरहेको
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans
समीर
have
ब्रो
pulled
कहाँ
out all the
जानुभएछ
stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We have already started here.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and they're great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
And this is Neymar. Dembele. Rodri is there and he can pick it up. Kimmich threads one in. It's come to nothing. And that'll be a goal kick.
हेलो हेलो गनिज ओपी ब्रो के हुने रहेछ अट्र्याक्ट ट्रिगरले खै त्यही कुरा पत्ता लगाइरह
Knocks it into space. Oh, it's Dembele. Tries to play it through. And this is Neymar. Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
And it's Rodri.
कोप हान्ने हुन्छ यो गेम पछि हान्नुला नि त
Dembele tries to pass it through. Roberto Carlos. He's cut it out. Liverpool are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Alexander-Arnold cuts out the pass. He's a sharp little ball here. Tries a deft little ball. Shot, surely! Goal! Paris
नो
Saint-Germain!
अफसाइड थियो हैन
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And this is Shevchenko. Rodri. And they can counter here. And here's Shevchenko. Zola. Decent chance! He scored! And he's got
अलिकति
one game
जस
for his
पोजिसनमा हुन्छ क्या
20th
टाइट
goal.
पोजिसनमा हुन्छ प्लेयरहरू त्यही हो
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's had a shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
केसमा कमेन्ट्री आएछ त अहिले
Liverpool couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Great vision. Bruno Fernandes.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Good read, needed to be. Conte. And we've reached half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of
अपसाइडमा
trying.
म रहेछु उसको लागि रे
Review the first half.
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Liverpool are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And we are back on the way. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, there is a look that says it all. A pierce. And Batistuta! It's bounced back off the post. Alexander-Arnold. To Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Mbappe. Played out to the left flank.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Roberto Carlos. And it's skewed away. Nicely shaped ball. Kimmich has it out wide and in space.
थम्बनेल राख्नु ब्रो अनि प्याक ओपनिङ भनेर अगाडि टाइटल राख्नु हुन्छ हुन्छ हस् थम्बनेल के फेस नि राख्नु दाइ थम्बनेलमा ओ माय गॉड थम्बनेल हस् हस्
De Jong is always looking to break lines. Alexander-Arnold. Bruno Fernandes. He's in a great position here. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Neymar. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking to play him in. Played into space out wide. Well, now here's a good battle. Bicep to bicep. It's a loose ball. He's having a go! And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. That's just playing it safe and simple.
You need to trap the ball better, Rilla.
De Jong. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Zola.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down
And it's Neymar.
Right.
Vieira gets good distance on it. Vieira defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. It's Dembele.
Might be.
There's the shot.
के इभेन्ट हान्नु भएन फिफा
And that has
इभेन्ट हाने छैन नि
He does it all with an air of
हजुरले
efficiency
हान्नुभयो
and simplicity.
Well, was there ever
यो
any
खासै नि
doubt?
नेमार
He's made it
निकाल्ने
look
चक्करमा
like he's done
हिँडेको
it over and over and over again, and he has.
Number 20.
Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Number 15.
Yeah.
Messi.
Driving on and making good progress. Mbappe! That is decidedly lacking.
मैले 5 र्याङ्कसम्म पुराको थिएँ हिजो
4 added minutes has been indicated.
हाइट कडा हो त
And he's only two. Oh no, what has happened here? That's a shade optimistic. De Jong. 4 added minutes on the board. Nicely weighted ball. And that will be it.
सब र्याङ्क 1 हान्छन्
One of those
नेपाल
games that
लिएर
many would
पछि
have
नेपाल
felt
नै
no one
छैन
deserved to lose, but
भन्देला फिफा
sentiment
लिएर
counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. Your final thoughts, Jim?
को पानी भने हैन 2 गेम छ यार बाँकी म त यो सब प्लेयर निकालेर फाल्ने जस्तो भइसक्यो यार यसलाई अब म पनि यस्तै फर्मेसनले खेल्नु पर्यो नि मात्रै हुन्छ नत्र हुँदैन अब अर्को आइडीमा हान्नु पर्छ इभेन ए मैले त अर्को आइडी त खेलाइ छैन ब्रो यार पीसीमा निकाल्नु भयो नेमार मैले त खेलेकै छैन सबमा निकालिसक्नु भयो है ओइ यो नेमार रहेछ मलाई त किन फेरि बिग टाइममा चाहिँ ब्लिच दिन्छ जस्तो लागिरहेछ नेमारको
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Jorginho. The kind of player that can pass a team to death. At first, a lot of his passes seem a little safe and conservative, but they all serve a bigger purpose, slowly shifting the opposition from side to side. Once there is that little bit of space to work in, then the killer instinct usually kicks in, and he's able to deliver that decisive pass.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Messi. And it's Neymar. Aimed beyond the defence. Jorginho. And here's Messi. Over to the left. Mateus's bullish header.
ओए
Goal! Barcelona!
होल भोलि स्याटरडे सब आइडी हान्नु आइडीहरू
Picked that one
मा
out.
निकाल्छु
It
अनि
was a
त्यसपछि 1
bullet.
मन्थ पछि
He was
बल्ल गेम
always going to
हुन्छ
do that
ए हो र
one way or another.
1 मन्थ पछि
Fantastic effort. Simply fantastic.
ब्रुनो होल प्लेयर हो
Liverpool finding themselves unexpectedly behind. It's a good foot in there. Distributed tidily. He's through here. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Baggio. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Mateus receives it in a wide position. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. He's in a great position here. And Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! He's got himself an absolute peach. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Yeah, okay, it's gone in with the help of the crossbar, but that was merited due to the quality of the strike.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Bruno Fernandes cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And that's a simple one for the keeper.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes!
बल्ल एक गोल हान्यो यार माइनफुली अघिदेखि
That is a special goal.
कडा दियो त ब्रुनोलाई कडै दियो
And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first.
After 40 minutes,
One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Liverpool get themselves
ल
back into
यस्तो
contention.
ट्वाके प्लेयर छ कि
Well, what
माइनफुली
a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Belletti.
There will be 3
Jorginho.
minutes added time.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Great vision. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And that's going to be a booking. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
के हान्यो
Second reaction.
Well, someone's...
And the first half is done. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game,
यो
breathless
मुजीबारा
and
सुनाएको
laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as
Masala.
possible, but without leaving yourself too
छिराइदिनु
open.
के गरे हाल्यो त्यही भने मुजी वाराश्रेयलाई त्यही भित्र छिराइदिनु पर्ने जस्तो कि नाम पनि के लेखा हो के लेखा हो कहाँ गयो
Substitution in progress.
Pirlo, the regular corner taker. Robson gets good distance on it. Vieira thinks about the it's Basho! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
म चाहिँ देऊ न देऊ लेख्नु पर्ने
Really
हुन्छ
well cleared. And it's Perez. Alexander-Arnold calmly anticipates. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, better communication
यो बेलौती त
and lots
म्यान
of
मार्कमा छ
contact
क्या
seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Can he get it through? And he welcomes it in. And he
ओइ
shoots! And yes, it's there!
ब्रुनो फर्नान्डेस देख्नुभयो
They are right back in
एक
business.
थ्रु बल हानेको पुरै एक्टिभ भएर क्या
And
अट्याक
that comes as a very welcome
फेरि यो
relief.
कहाँ
Now
गयो
let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
वर्ल्ड
That
कपै
will
जित्छु
surely
भनेर
go
यस्तो
down
गरी पच
as one
गर्छ
of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
म यहाँ छिराउँछु होइन अनि ट्रिगर चाहिँ ट्रिगर हुन्छ है अट्याक अलिकति
Substitution on the field.
सबैजना चाँड भाग्दो रहेछ
Mbappe.
अब यस्तो गर्छ क्या हामी पनि
So, time for
अट्याकिङ नै
changes
हाल्ने
on both sides, actually.
Coming on
Two
the
fresh
field.
faces and both in the front line.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Taking place.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Liverpool do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And they've got
यो यस्तो
rid.
राम्रोसँग खेल्यो भने त हुँदै हुँदैन स्मार्ट असिस्ट पाराको मान्छेहरूले खेले जस्तो खेल्नुपर्छ नि अनि उडै बल पाउने
And
बित्तिकै
Dijk
उडाइहाल्ने
is
होइन
there to clear.
ब्रुनो फर्नान्डेस
Eto'o. Bruno Fernandes looking understandably energised after his goal. Ferdinand promptly onto that, and that is that. Out to the left it goes. Perez. Ball's gone out of play. Oh, there's the clearance. Best. Pirlo. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, super ball. Shapes to shoot.
छ्या
Goal! Barcelona! Into the
Still
lead
got
once
two more.
more. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
David Villa gets through on it. David Villa! Off the post.
होइन के हो यो थ्रु बल के अरे हाई बल हान्ने बित्तिकै जान्छ त लफ्टेड पास
Substitution on the field. Number 6. Bruno Fernandes.
So here comes a substitution.
Coming
Well,
on
for
the
me, this
field
was the
is
obvious substitution.
number
He'd become
15,
just a little jaded, and
Messi.
as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
उडाउडै गर्छ मलाई थाहा थियो यसले
And they're not going to
उडाउडै
make any
गर्छ
further
हेर न
progress now. A nice nicely
There will be
intercepted.
5 minutes added time.
Belletti.
Looking for options for movement.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And here's Perez. Now it's Villa. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Baggio. So that's it. It is all over. Liverpool can justifiably find this a hard
होइन यो
one to swallow.
लफ्टेड पास दिएपछि खुट्टैमा चाहिँ हाम्रो चाहिँ जाँदैन यिनीहरूको चाहिँ कसरी जान्छ
An
भन्नु त
opponent prepared to go toe to toe until the end.
Please have your entry tickets at hand.
What
as
are your
it's time
thoughts
to
on
announce
today's game then, Jim?
winning lottery
Well,
numbers.
the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium. And I think this around the whole.
के हो मुजी त स्मार्ट असिस्ट मुजी पो रहेछ खै के हो आज पुरै शीतलै होला जस्तो छ लफ्टेड पास फाल्ने बित्तिकै खुट्टामा पर्छ रचम लाग्छ साउन्ड मधुरो आयो होइन होला म कहिलेकाहीँ माइकबाट अलि टाढा बोलिरहेको हुन्छु क्या अनि त्यही भएर अब मलाई टिप्स चाहियो है गाइस सकेन मैले यार मेरो साउन्ड नि फुल छ मेरै उत्यो होला मधुरो होला होल्ड गरेर खेल्नु मिडमा हुन्छ
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
ल है त तिमीले भने जस्तो
So it's away we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Elise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into something quite devastating.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Gravenberch. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Elise. Flings in across. Ah, he's given... Can he finish? Goal! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Liverpool are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Right, Shevchenko. Zola is onto this. Liverpool claiming a corner.
त्यस्तो क्विक पास होइन क्विक पास भन्दा अलि होल्ड गरेर पास दिनु भने
Liverpool with the corner. There first. And he can clear it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's going to be disappointed with that. That has not gone well. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
João Neves looking to add to his goal. Now it's Mbappe. Picked out Bruno Fernandes. Finds himself unceremoniously
कोही महान
floored.
मान्छेले भने छन् अरूको
gone
सुनेर
looking
आफ्नै
for
खराब
safety.
हुन्छ रे
Driving forward. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now it's Olise. He's found a way through.
हैन हैन ठिक छ म अलि क्विकै खेल्छु के
Now it's Mbappe. Bournemouth are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
अनि तिमीले ठिक भने हो म अलि क्विकै खेल्छु त्यो भएर हैन यार
Bruno Fernandes. No, that's been intercepted. João Neves. And it's Neymar. Now that looks a decent ball. And he was quick to react.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Nicely aimed pass. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Now this could be a chance. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Neymar with the clearance.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, for me, Peter, things
Who
have
त्यो
never
महान
really
मान्छे
got going, but at least
सही
this will
भन्यो
be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing,
Substitution in progress.
it just hasn't gelled.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance.
Oh, he's been caught napping. He's picked his way through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Oh, they could break here. Oh, Red, nice interception. They've played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Well spotted.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Vieira. Looking for the run. That's a nicely shaped ball. Khan gets his hands on it, and the
pass
danger is
दिने भयो
averted. Oh, that's fabulous. Messi engages and forces him off the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He won't be happy with that one. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Neymar. They've got a corner here.
फा के हो फा
And it's been taken short. Neymar applies the finish! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Messi. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Bruno Fernandes. And that has sent him sprawling. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the
छेक्दिने
context
हो
of the
के
game.
गर्नु
Substitution.
Real pressure penalty this.
बीचमा हान्दिन्छ है समात्यो
He has missed it.
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
Looking to play him in. Now it's Rice. No, that pass isn't the best.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That's been... Oh no, what has happened here? Chance for a shot! Now, who's going to... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Bullish header! He should have put that one away.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Number 6, Bruno Fernandes. Coming on to replace him is number 15, Messi. Substitutions taking place.
Into the last 5 minutes.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
के हो आफ्नै बक्समा मात्र देख्छु त अपोनेन्टलाई के भएन
And that has put paid to that.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
यो पास दिएपछि
3 minutes
स्ट्राइकरको
added time.
बानी
And here's Shevchenko. He's been bundled over. That is a foul.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Sola! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And that is that. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a...
त्यही भएन मैले त्यही हान्न खोजेको तर गएन यार सिधै हान्दो रहेछ के हो त्यो टिकटकमा खै कसरी हाल्छ नि थाहा छैन मैले चाहिँ रिलमा देखाएको थिएँ कि युट्युबको रिलमा अफगानिस्तान किङ्स तिमीले त 3 इन द ब्याक खेल्छौ होइन आम्मामा यो 5 इन द ब्याक आएपछि मलाई त झ्याउ लाग्छ यार
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real
नाइमुडको हिसाबले अपडेट दिनको 3 दिनसम्म त 4
any minute now.
वटा गेम नै ल्याग चल्छ हो
Well,
र
the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
चारवटा गेम लाग्छ जो थाहा नै छैन यार त्यस्तो
Well, we're on the way. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Bruno Fernandes is the modern-day Portuguese maestro, and I really like him for his character as well, something that's not picked up on very much. I see him as a player who always goes about his business with conviction and authority, and a proper leader.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And the pass is intercepted. This might spell danger. Sola! It's bounced back off the post. And he's heaved it away. That is ended up in no man's land.
चार at the back भनेको
Searching pass he's played there. That pass has been well intercepted. And this is Shevchenko. And Shevchenko! How's that for a goal?
5 in the back
A finish right from the top draw. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too...
Dembele!
चारवटा ठिकै हो पाँचवटा राखेर कसरी खेल्छ
Really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender. Stay onside.
Has a look and plays it forward. Can he get on the end of this? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And here's Shevchenko. And Shevchenko! A wonderful effort all by
तर
himself.
तीनटा राख्दाखेरि चाहिँ
Well,
अगाडि
I'm glad he
अट्याकमा
took the
चाहिँ पुरै
opportunity to run with the
टन्नै
ball
भने
when the
कि
chance came
अप्सन धेरै
about.
हो नि
That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Tries to pass it through. And that is expertly dealt with. Bruno Fernandes. Liverpool are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Tries to get it clear, and that was nowhere near his best. Great ball, Shevchenko!
What a cracking save from the
म पनि
keeper.
5 at the back
That may
राखेर
turn
खेल्नुपर्छ
out
क्या
to be a pivotal moment.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he finish?
के हो यो यार
That is... And Sola!
के हो यो फेरि
And they're back on the ball again. And this is Sola!
के हो यो
It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
After 36 minutes is
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting.
Chance!
मेरो नि किपर हो
He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And he's got his cross in. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Referee's given a throw. Driven forward. Bruno Fernandes. Gabriel. Can he get it through? Leicester spots it and intercepts.
there will be 3 minutes added time.
Zola. Thinks about the shot. No, again there's no way through. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And the referee brings the first half to a close. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Liverpool ahead 2-0 and they are looking good.
Hello.
And we're underway again. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. He's going to be disappointed with that. A collective sigh of relief from the
मलाई हतार
defence.
हुन्छ के पास थिएन त्यो भएर नि हो
It's their second corner of the game.
हुन्छ हुन्छ
Played it
यस्तो
short.
छैन
Vinicius Junior! This time surely! No mistake! And the second half is off to a flyer! Dembele at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Face to face with the keeper. He's having a shot!
के हुन्छ यार यो गेम
They have
2 गोल हानेपछि हाफ टाइम पछि अपोनेन्टलाई
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
अब
the
पुरै
right touch in moments like
इपिक
that
भन्दा
is
नि
key
कडा
to what
कुदिरहेको
follows.
हुन्छ प्लेयरहरु
All very neat and tidy.
We have ourselves a real game here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Gabriel calmly anticipates.
That's just playing it safe.
हैन भने खै के हो 2 गोल हान्नुपर्छ हैन कि 1 गोल हान्नुपर्छ अपोनेन्टको प्लेयर त पुरै फाडी कुदिरा हुन्छन्
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
हैन हो
In the end, they found
जानी बल
themselves
पनि
10
अब
in,
के भन्नु
nowhere to go. He's shifting
अब हेर
through
है
the gears here.
डिफेन्डरले
Nice
पहिला हान्दै थियो
interception, well timed. Pirlo. Zola given the lift of his goal.
त्यही पनि
Well, that
डेम्बेलेलाई
looks like
पेलेको
a
हैन
final warning, still no card. Vieira. Bruno Fernandes. He's having a go. Oh, that is very
रङ
close.
साइडमा हानेको मैले
Bruno Fernandes
Weak foot.
brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Fernandes. Just about up to 75 minutes. Well timed, excellent interception. Van Dijk gets good distance on it. And it's Bruno Fernandes.
त्यहाँ
Well,
पास
there's no
दिएको
doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Bruno Fernandes tries to play it through. Zola. It's run loose here. Bruno Fernandes. And he thumps it
अहिले त
clear.
लिड लिएको नै मतलब लाग्दैन 5 मिनेटमा त्यो त्यो चाहिँ मन पर्दैन कि अलिकति हुन्छ नि त
Number 9, Modric. Number 16, Rodri. Coming on the
And
field.
it's Vieira.
होइन
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Substitution.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off.
ल
It
हेर्नु
wasn't
ल
the best
5 minutes
decision.
added time.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Cleared without complication. And here's Zola, has a shot!
के हो यो
Racing over the bar.
हिजैदेखि त मैले नि एउटा किलर M12 भन्ने सब परदेशी नै हुने हो क्वालिफाई
Substitution on the field.
पुरा परदेशी छ त लिडर बोर्डमा त
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
5 इन द ब्याक खेलेको छ खै के हो यो
Alexander Arnold. Substitution.
अनि के दोस्तीमा
And
आफै
that
खेल्न
is
आएपछि है
that. A good watch, more than a good watch, actually. Certainly from a sporting perspective.
लाउ एक गेम हान्दिउँ
It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd. It lacks a winner, of course, but.
पुरै लस छ क्या कहाँ 1600 थिएँ म तिमीलाई इन्भाइट पठाइहाल्छु 1600 थिएँ जीवन ब्रो यार म फेरि यहाँ किन छिरेको है फ्रेन्डली हेर्नु भनेपछि लाटो देशमा गेडा तन्नेरी जस्तो भयो त र्याङ्किङ त फिफा नेपालको किन के भयो र भोलिसम्म नै 1800 पुगाउँछन् रे नै फिफाको रेटिङ भनेको ब्रो हो र के फाइदा नेसनल टिममा 0 जिपीले खेलेको कसले कसले चाहिँ 0 जिपीले खेलेको ए यी फुटबलमा नेपाली टिममा के सब लाते पाते छन् 0 जिबी प्लेयर हुन्छन् नेपाल नेसनल टिम लाइनहरुको अनि के टुर्नामेन्ट चलिरहेको र
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started.
Well, there's no doubt, Peter, that Alessandro Del Piero will be key here. But I'm curious as to what role he's exactly been given.
Well, what would you do, Jim, if you were the manager?
I'd give him a free role behind the attack. His flair, his technique make him the perfect player for that position. And he always seems to benefit from playing off that central striker.
Now Now it's Romario. Goes for goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Passing is crisp and sharp, and it's Michel Platini. Rooney picked out brilliantly. Rooney!
Nice. FIFA भन्ने टुर्नामेन्ट चल्दैछ ब्रो.
Drawn.
FIFA है.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
No way through. Roberto Baggio.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Alexander-Arnold. To Bruno Fernandes. And here's Romario. And Romario!
ओए
Oh, he's been caught
कडा
napping.
भाइले स्किल चाहिँ कडा हान्ने यार. तोप तिमी टुर्नामेन्टमा हार्यो भन्छ र यस्तो दामी खेल्ने भन्छ.
Great defending, strong and determined. Bruno Fernandes tries to pass it through.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And that's been
मेरो कस्तो
intercepted.
सिली
That's
मिस्टेक
great
हुन्छ.
positioning, so good from him.
Oh, delicate chip through. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
म त खुट्टामा फुकाइ भन्दैन.
And here's Eto'o. He's got away. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And the half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't
तपाईले नि
gelled.
हान्नु भयो र त्यो FIFA को.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Rooney. Now it's Romario. Alexander-Arnold. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. And it's Baggio. Now there's a play!
मैले नबुझेको यो
And the keeper has reacted superbly
ट्रिगर चाहिँ के
there.
भइराछ हो.
Actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Pirlo to take it as usual. And he's taking no chances there. Goes for the shot! Well, the contact was true enough. The aim wasn't quite.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
And here's Baggio. Van Dijk, a player who needs no introduction. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Roberto Baggio. He's had a shot! Whatever he had in mind, this time surely! And he has kept it out somehow.
Okay.
is offering a wry smile there.
And he was quick to react. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Pele takes a shot.
छ्या त्यो त अति
It's
तोर्पे
off
भयो यार
target
मैले
and by
हानेको
quite a
के
way.
हानेको
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now this could be a chance. Knocks it out wide. Nicely intercepted.
Nepal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Pepe goes sliding in. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Takes a shot! It's a goal! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining.
फेरि कमब्याक खाइहाल्छु मैले
Still
त
on.
भाइले कडा हान्छ अहिले
Well,
मलाई
Peter, they're trying to
Wait.
claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
यो चाहिँ खतरा लाग्छ मलाई।
Liverpool grab the equaliser and we're all
भाइले
square.
थाहा पायो
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal
Bye-bye.
time, you've got to make them favourites now.
Bruno Fernandes
कडा म्याच भन्दिने
played towards the other side. Costa Curta. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That's it. We're going to get 30 minutes more.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time. Into extra time we go. Liverpool did fantastically well to force extra time, having been on the brink of defeat in normal time. And a chance! Del Piero. Rooney. Platini can so cleverly bypass the press. Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
कडा
Aimed beyond the defence. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Nepal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He won't be happy with that one.
कस्तो
Cute
कडा
ball
क्या
now, how can he reach it? And this is Eto'o. He has found the way through. Pirlo defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass...
And that's it for the first half of extra
I'm
time.
afraid to tell you that we were expecting
Well, it
traffic
has
to be
been a
heavy after the
punishing
final
game,
whistle
both
today.
physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner?
Substitution.
And so the last chance to find a winner.
नाइस
This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Alexander-Arnold did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's a shade optimistic. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And it's Baggio. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pirlo is always scanning the pitch for targets. Roberto Baggio. Passes coming off in quick succession here. It's Baggio!
अरे भाई क्यान्सल
He
नै
has
भयो.
hit that forcefully.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Substitution on the field. Number 6, Bruno Fernandes.
Liverpool can make their change now with a break in play.
Coming on the field, number 11, Beckham.
Pirlo.
Number 2,
ल
So that's it. It is all over. Well, nothing to
Easy, easy.
separate the sides in the
Ora
end.
yaar.
Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints.
मैले पेनाल्टी नै राखेको थिएन कि किनकि हार्छ भन्ने थियो. होइन नि तिमीले खतरा खेल्छ यार भाइ. तिमी कसरी बाँच्यौ भन्छ हो. म चाहिँ बाँचेँ बरु. मेरो गेम देखेनौ. तिमी हाँस्यौ होला. तिमी खतरा खेल्छ यार. तिम्रो कन्ट्रोल छ गेममा जस. खतरै कन्ट्रोल छ क्या. खाना खायो? 20% बाँकी रहेछ यार. आज यति गरिदिनु पर्ला. खाना खायो त नि? ए ल आज यति गर्छु. सोमबार हजुरको भयो त खाइ पिइ खायो. अब खाने अब सिद्ध्याउँछु अनि अब खाना खान्छु. बनाउनु पर्ने छ यार. ल राम्रोसँग बस. सोमबार फेरि आउँछु म. भरान आउँछ होइन. भरान आएको बेला आउँछु म है त. सोमबार खेलौँला नि. ल गुड नाइट है त सबैलाई. गुड नाइट. सेयर सब्सक्राइब लाइक गरिदिनु होला. नमस्ते टाटा बाई बाई. ल है त म गएको है त.